this world? What have they done to us? What did they do to us?
Check this other video out, because this is the other one that everyone's blowing up about. And this one is fucking weird, because these guys, you just watch it for yourself. Don't read the caption. Just actually check out their demeanor and how they talk and the lack of blood. It's fucking weird, man.
Tell us.
Yeah, good afternoon to you, Mark. Now, look, we've just seen a whole group of people, about 60 people, being released from the Apple store just down the way here on Oxford Street in Westfield. We've had mothers and children and other people.
Save the baby.
Save the babies? Sorry, can you tell me that, sir? So this is what you're hearing.
He saved the baby. That man there.
Man, sorry, sir. We're on 9 News right now. I've just been told that you've been helping out. Can you tell us what happened?
The baby got stabbed, and yeah, the mum got stabbed, and the mum come over with the baby and threw it at me, and just holding the baby. Yeah, it looked pretty bad, but yeah.
And how were you able to help out?
It just holding the baby and trying to compress the baby, and same with the mother, trying to compress the blood from stopping and calling ambulance and police.
That would have been pretty horrific to see. What were those injuries actually like?
Oh, very bad. There's a lot of blood on the floor, and yeah, hope the baby's all right. Yeah.
You've just been called a hero. I can imagine it's a pretty traumatic afternoon for you.
It was, yeah, it was.
Where were you this afternoon? How did it actually unfold in your eyes?
No, we were just shopping. Saw the man run up to the woman with the baby, and then we were both ready to go and help out, but I just said to my brother, we got to ran in, told the guys to just lock up the doors, and then the mother came with the baby, bleeding, stabbed, and we got them into the store and just got them safe, and then rang for help.
And what did you use to help stop the blood?
Just shirts from the shop. Just kept yelling out to get some clothes, get some shirts, and just help us to compress and stop the babies from bleeding.
And what sort of condition was the actual baby? We understand it was a 9-month-old.
Brother holding the baby so well and really compressing. I think the baby's fine. The mother, unfortunately, me and another lady, which were compressing, she started to have a lot of blood coming out of her mouth.
And so what did... Okay, thank you.
Sorry.
Thank you so much.
Now, I mean, PJ, can I just straight up from you, police or not? Because they seemed like coppers to me.
Yeah, I'm very sus on all of that.
It was fucking sus from the beginning.
Well, personally, if that was me and that I'd been involved in that, the last people I'd be speaking to is the fucking press.
Yep.
Because I'd be pretty
Isn't it weird how they even introduced themselves? Old mate ran up and said, that guy's a hero, that guy saved a baby. But then he inserted himself into the interview immediately. Why would they targeted that camera? Like, they weren't just walking past and get picked out. He targeted that camera and said, that guy saved a baby. And obviously that's going to spark the ears of the reporter, and they're going to go, interview that person. That's the baby. They're going to want it immediately. So he said the exact thing that he needed to say to get the interview happening, and then inserted himself bang into it.
If anyone planned that, it was the media.
I'm not now exactly. I want to say I don't think, because I think that was fucking weird, and we can discuss how weird it is or whatever it is. Doesn't necessarily mean the whole thing. I'm not jumping to that conclusion until, let's burn the bridges when we get to them. But as far as just for the purposes of that interview, they had not a fucking drop of blood anywhere on them. He was constantly talking about grab shirt. There was blood flying out, and we were compressing and the hemorrhages. That means squirting blood. And that means you get it at least on your hands as a minimum. If they're sitting there holding a wound that is squirting, you are getting it on your hands. They would have maybe washed their hands before they left.
Yeah, if it was me personally, you got a stranger's blood all over you, I'd be getting that off me as quick as I fucking possibly could.
Yeah,
because you don't know.
I wouldn't be leaving the scene with blood on me. That's simple as that.
Yeah, I know it sounds terrible, but from a security point of view, whenever we had issues or something around, first thing we would do was wash our hands if we had any blood on us.
You would,
just to make sure. Yeah, because you'd be worried about HIV, especially or HEP or HIV. We had
what about your shirt?
Where I looked up.
Shirts change?
I've got to say, sometimes it was the luck of the draw, to be honest. Sometimes you'd be covered in it, and other times you'd have nothing. So I'm very skeptical because I'm watching that video, and it's just like people just believe like, oh, they would act this way or they'd be more shocked. But when I've been in those situations, people actually act a bit too normal sometimes, which makes it all the more weird. But it's like until you're in those situations, you don't actually know how you're going to react. Now, when I was watching the reporter, you watch it back and she goes, because he goes, that man over there, he's a hero. And she goes, oh, excuse me, man. She doesn't go, excuse me, sir, or whatever. Who the fuck says, excuse me, man? But I think because then she puts her hand on her chest and she's actually in shock herself and she's trying to cope with the situation. The reporter is how I was reading it.